Hello there, fellow spaced engineers. My name is Quartermain. I will be your host for this show. I am brand spanking new to this whole streaming video game thing. So if this seems a bit goofy, then bear with me, because like I said, I'm new, I'm old, so my humor might be old as well. You have been warned. Anyway, I've set up this fun little hardcore survival thingy. It's going to be on Purdom. Gravity is 2.2. Oxygen LF normal. I set up a number of mods to make things a little more interesting. Although, let's back out a minute because I forgot to. I was going to turn on the dreaded scrap mod, which I hate doing. I hate that mod. I really hate scrap. But we're going to do it anyway because I have this tendency of, I call it fishing for NPC ships. I go after them like a madman, and I hack them, and I bring them home, and suddenly it's like I don't need to go mining for materials or anything else like that. It just, suddenly my material inventory just explodes because I get to the point where I just start bringing in ships like crazy. And we want to make it a little bit more of a challenge than that. So we're going to come over here to scrap. I think that's how it's spelled. Is there another W in there? Scrap. There it is. You evil, fiendish creation. Okay, give me just a moment to put this into the game. And boom. Let's kick this back off again. Load. I'm gonna die. I named it that because that's what I scream to myself when I'm about to die, for whatever reason. Okay, one thing you'll notice is that I play this game a little bit different. I've watched a number of streaming people, play their scenario games and whatnot, and you will get a lot of them. They'll land somewhere and then they'll just build right there. I'm very different. I'm a big fan of course, Splitsy. Fat Middle-Aged Man just started a new series. He's pretty cool. He's got a really cool thing he just started, so go watch him. If you're even watching this, I'm brand new. I have 0 subscribers. So years from now, it won't be brand new anymore. But go watch it anyway. Okay, so here we are again. Respawn. Anyway, yeah, so I was saying, most people, when they start these things, they just land where they land, and then that's where they start playing. I am a bit different. I like this little pod. This pod is quite versatile. It's a very cool little machine. And hi, there's me. And as you can see, it's got these downward thrusters on it, and they work pretty doggone good. Although I've modified this version of Purdom to have 2.2. Don't flip over, please. Okay, good enough. 2.2 gravity, which means that it might be too much for these little thrusters here to... I think it'll be able to take off, because with it on just 1 gravity, it actually has quite a lot of lift authority. The only thing this pod needs... I keep tangenting. Forgive me, my tangents. Anyway, the only thing this pod here needs to be a flyable ship is a control unit, like a cockpit or a remote control block, and a gyroscope. It doesn't have a gyroscope, it has thrusters, and since force vectors aren't a thing in this game, meaning I can't turn on this thruster and have the ship tilt this way, we get to use gyroscopes for everything. Yeah. Maybe if they ever incorporate that, we'll be able to actually have control surfaces like ailerons and elevators and whatnot. That'll be awesome. So yeah, it's really easy for me to modify this thing and fly it around. I have had helicopter training. I'm a licensed pilot in fixed wing, but my first bit of training was in helicopters, and I used to actually work on flight simulators as a job at a college, and so most of my simulation hours were in a helicopter simulator, largely because that was our oldest simulator and it was the one that kept breaking most, so I kept having to fix it and test it, and I really love flying helicopters. And so I'm more than happy to take this little monstrosity here and convert it to something that flies kind of like a helicopter. And to do that, since it only has downward thrust, you just add a gyroscope and a control module, which I can make most of except for one steel tube that is required to make the gyroscope, which is just evilness on the part of Keen. I almost said Funcom. I play a lot of Conan, and they're very problematic too. Anyway, so yeah. So what I usually do is I find myself out here in the middle of bloody nowhere. Holy smokes. And I mine enough materials to make an assembler, make one steel tube, and then break everything back down and fly away in this monstrosity until I go and find some place either that I like geologically rather, or some place that has the resources I want. It could be argued that those two scenarios are the exact same dang thing, geographic and resources. But anyway, so yes, let's get down to business. I've landed safely. I'm alive. It doesn't look like there's any damage at all, even though the ship hasn't latched on to the ground yet. I suppose if I really wanted to, I could. Let's make the ship. It'll probably drop on top of me. Wow, that is loud. Hold on just a moment. Turn that down just a bit, a little bit there. Don't hit the landing gear, stupid. And it's squishing me. Move. Okay, there we go. Sweet. We're generally upright now. Stand up, you. Cool. I can get to everything. Alrighty. So first thing we need is a basic structure. This isn't supposed to be a tutorial video. This is supposed to be me surviving in this harsh environment with the evil Oscrap mod. I've also got, I can't remember the names of all the mods off the top of my head. Some of them are new to me, but I've got a number of mods that make ships fly by a lot. I've got a mod that has ground installations. I think the one is air traffic. I've got the corrupted, I've got abandoned installations on here. Yes, as you can see at the top of the screen there, I've got my cool HUD compass, which is, gosh, that's so useful because it just is. Mostly, honestly, unless you disable GPS, which I don't even know how to do that, or if you're playing with people, you can say, okay, drop your GPS, boom, come, this direction into my direction, or if you go in this direction, you will find this. That's very handy. These landing gears still haven't locked in yet. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, life will be difficult. As you can see, I've got. Let's come over here. Scrap. Oh, I hate this mod. I'll be honest. The reason I hate this mod is not because it makes life difficult. The game is not difficult to play. Once you learn how to do everything, there's our first contestant. Once you learn how to do everything else is just is the time it takes for you to do what you're trying to do. It's not a difficult thing unless you're going after NPCs or something. The thing that Oscrap really affects is time. The time that you spend in mining resources, the time that you spend having to clean up, and reprocess all this scrap. To me, it is unrealistic, not in the addition of time, because of course, if you break something down, it's going to take, I need to turn those off. Those unknown signals are of limited use, especially with the Oscrap mod. Usually, you go and you steal things out of their cool containers and you grind them down for the resources. The Oscrap mod, and this is the unrealistic part. When you break down this block here that I just erased with my cool grinder, the size, the volume, the mass of that block should be in your inventory. But look, I got one piece of scrap steel plate, and these take 1 to make, right? Okay, so it sounds like, oh, 1 to 1, right? No, because the scrap is not a 1 to 1 conversion. I can't take that steel plate scrap and refine it into enough iron to make a replacement steel plate, right? It turns it into a fraction, or not a fraction, but it's a percentage of the material needed to make the steel plate. I have no idea what the percentage is. I don't know enough about the stinking mod to tell you a number, because I don't care enough. But it's a good way to make things difficult for yourself. And in these videos, that's what people love, difficultness. But anyway, my point is that the same way you can't make something from nothing, you can't make nothing from something, right? You can't take the volume of an object, or the components, and reduce them down to nothing. You can break them down into more basic components, but you can't delete, like, the one steel plate, the materials it took to make that one steel plate. You can't actually, like, grind that down so that it is suddenly nothing, that it is just vanished from existence. And that's essentially what the Oscrap mod does, is it takes half or more of the materials that you use to make this little ship, if you grind it down, and it deletes it from existence. And that's stupid. I know we can't go for full realisticness in these games, but I'm a big fan of plausibility, and deleting things from existence with a grinder is not plausible. Plausible. Yeah. Okay, so let's find a good place. For some reason, they made it really difficult to drill straight down, so we have to find a slope to make life a little easier. I don't like falling into a hole, and we're on a gentle slope, so it looks like we get to make ourselves a little hole that I get to fall in a number of times. So, here. This part might be a little bit boring. Feel free to fast forward, or I might just fast forward. Who knows? Starting tools. Lame, and it drives me nuts. It drives me crazy. I really should turn up the drill speed on this, but this is hardcore, so I ain't gonna. Hardcore. My mission is to A, land safely, which I have done. Mission accomplished. B, 2, is to find a good spot in which to get materials, where materials are basically readily available. And I need to find basically silver, ice, cobalt, the stuff that I can't just grind out of the stone. I wonder if it's because I'm drilling into sand. Is that why I'm filling up so slowly? That must be it. Stupid sand. Drill down more. Some rock. But yeah. So, and this again is where my different style of gameplay for most other people and their scenarios comes in. Because, like I said, it takes very little to turn this thing into actually quite a good little scout. Just a gyroscope and a remote control module block. Until, of course, I have the wherewith to make a full cockpit, in which case I will add the cockpit. I'm not going to get rid of the remote control module, because I've learned from experience that it's, especially when you're flying that thing like a helicopter, they are quite easy to crash. Not that I ever do such a thing, but just in case, it's good to have a remote control block on there, because since the cockpit will be the largest thing in the ship, it also means it's going to be the first thing to get hit and wrecked, should the unthinkable happen and I crash myself into the ground somewhere. So it'll be good to have a remote control block on there so that I can still fly. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's running us out pretty good. Okay, so we have enough to start making our basic structure. Let's make a basic structure. Stand up, you. Okay, so all we need is a place to put our equipment and a tower tall enough to... I'm going to need a hydrogen tank for this part. 60, okay. I'm going to go about 10 high. We need a tower so that we can put a wind turbine on it, just one. I can't fly. Okay. I wondered if that was going to be the case. As you can see, jetpack's on, can't take off. Like, I don't even know if that thing dampens my descent. Alright, sweet. So, the intel was wrong. The intel thought maybe we can fly. But it'll be difficult, it'll be expensive. As it turns out, we cannot fly. Gravity is too strong for our crappy little jetpacks. So, let's set up my standard. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. We need Fortunately, I don't need to be standing on it to put these blocks here. I'll probably go about 10 high. Don't fall. Don't fall. Wait, okay. It won't let me do it when I'm standing on it. Okay, so jump. Oh crap. Okay, we're good. I thought I jumped off the edge for a second there. That would have been great. Okay, so I could just hop over to the next one and or fall a lot. Okay. Let's put up another one over here. How tall are we? We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need to go 10. 6 should be enough. Let's go 1 or 2 more. There we go. Now we just need to get up here so that we can put the actual turbine up, huh? Alright, let's see if these jets will at least dampen our fall. Wow! Oh, look at that. Dampens our fall. That's good. We didn't even use the tank. Nice. Okay, where's our... There it is. Now, I have 2 Steam accounts. I was going to set up my second one on another computer, kind of in a Splitsy-esque area, area cam kind of thing. I will do that eventually. Honestly, I didn't think about it this time. I was going to do it, and then I was like, I want to get recording, and so I just jumped into the recording. And like an idiot, I forgot to set up my fun spectator camera. You know, we need to go... Oh, crap! I didn't even think of that. Okay. In hindsight, the NPC ships are falling out of the sky. So, I think I'm going to need to dial back the gravity just a smidge. Oh, that's sweet. That's awesome. Yep. So, oh wow. So apparently I should have done a little bit more beta testing on this scenario before I dove into it, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. That one goes here. There, now we have a safe little doohickey on which to build our cool wind turbine. Banzai! Alright, why is that stopped? Oh, hold on. Takes 100 stone. Okay. I forget to look at the little letter. So, do I have enough to make one? Oh, look at that. I do. Sweet. So we can at least get the wind turbine base down. Except for the fact that I just said the fact that I am a little too close. Alright. Okay, now we don't need these anymore. The right tool, dang it. And, you know, the wind turbine likes to be, oh crap, I'm thirsty. Oh hey, by the way, I've got the daily needs mod too, so, let's, crap. I'm totally gonna die. I need to make one of those stupid things. First, I know this is totally lame. I'm gonna have to do it though. The daily needs mod, which I also dislike a little bit, although I admit that it does make things a little bit more realistic because you need to eat. A man needs to eat. I need to get these out of the way so that I can get in here and that one. And we're not going to use that. Daily needs resequencer. Put that there. Yeah, fortunately. Okay, so we've got. Oh, for those of you who don't know how to use the whatchamadoogie, the build queue, this thing, build planner system. Okay, so let's say I need to build one of these, right? Right click on it, and it adds it to the build planner, just like I did with the food resequencer. I know I'm dying in slow motion here. Pointed at it until it had the little selecty square around it. I right clicked, and then you come up to any inventory slot, hold Alt, middle mouse click, and it'll say all possible. That'll put all your crap back. Shift middle mouse click, all components are successfully put into production, which is neato. Then you come over here to Survival Kit, and look at this. All this stuff is now waiting to be built. I just need to feed it the resources with which it will build. Give me a moment to heal myself, and then we will go down and find more stone. Hey! Oh, and I do have like weather and like spiders and wolves and stuff. There are no wolves on this planet. There are spiders. For those of you who have not explored Purdom yet, there are spiders. This is, again, basically Purdom. I spawned this in manually. I deleted original Purdom. And, ooh, I really need to heal myself. And, yeah, that's where I did all the edits and stuff. But I spawned it in at maximum size. So one thing I learned, this is interesting. When you spawn in one that's small, like, 16 clicks across, clicks equals kilometers, the topography on the planet is a lot less exciting. What's that all doing in there? Weird. Anyway, there's a lot less going on when you have a smaller planet. When you blow the planet up really big, you have more cool stuff like mountain ranges. Okay, so build queue things. This button here does what the shift click does. It puts things from your build planet into the production queue. This one moves movable material like components and stone and whatnot, ores, into your grid's inventory. It will do it into specifically this one if that's the only one you have selected. If you click this and open up everything, it'll put it in wherever it fits. This pulls things out from the build planner. It cannot withdraw with 3 motors. And if we go into production, look at that, there's 3 motors outstanding. But I can come here and take what I was able to pick up and zap our excellent little, come on, weld you. I guess I'm done. Ah! I just thought of something. My build planner wasn't set up. Okay, so if you don't want to access your inventory to click this button here, you could just middle mouse click without holding anything, and it'll try and draw out everything in your build planner. Yes, the build planner thing that I had set up was for my food resequencer, not for the wind turbine, because I'm dying. I'm not running out of batteries. Yes, thank you, Beatrice. Oh, I am dying so quickly. Now, you know what? No. Let's do this the right way. I need to recapture. Come on, show me the thing. The thing. There it is. There. I don't know if any of you have noticed, who are seasoned players of the game, whenever I add things to the build queue like that, or in the production queue, there's this thump that happens. I don't know if that was a result of an update, or if it's just always been there and I just haven't noticed until now. Who knows? But yeah, that's an interesting tidbit. All right, we're almost there. I just need to Hey, whatever. I needed to make the materials for that dang wind turbine anyway, right? Yeah, rock and roll. The only thing I'm wasting is my life. Wasting the life. Sweet. Now we can make what? Make food. Water. Let's make 10 water. We need ice. Okay, so we need to move ice from the O2 generator into the food while I heal myself. And I will make food eventually, as soon as I can keep myself, get myself into a non-dying state here. Yes, this is annoying. The dying and the healing. It's kind of like cheating. But hey, we're highly advanced in this civilization. We can do it. We can do it. Okay, there's water. Doo-dee-doo. My inventory. Get to the water. And come on, drink. There we go. Okay. We're alive. Okay. Let's some food. Can we make food yet? What do we need to make food? Synth food. Gravel and organic. I keep doing that. Just make 10. They're not that expensive. As you can see, 10 only takes 3 organic, 3 gravel, 3 drinking water. So, that's right, we need to move the organic. We don't have enough organic. Yep, we need to move the gravel up here, and the water, and we need to find a place to store a small cargo container. My pee. I peed in my suit. Okay. We need more gravel. Here, you could just have, wait, that's not the right one. There. All the gravel. Yay. How are we looking? We need more organic. I need to poo more. I must poo. Okay, whatever. We will poo as time passes. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who care about this sort of thing, my settings are basically ×3 of everything. There's nothing on realistic mode because that's just horrible. So yes, but it is on ×3. It's basically the lowest non-realistic setting. Because who wants to walk back and forth like 20 times just to make one steel plate? Slight exaggeration, but only slight. And we have power. Yay! Any minute now, we will get a lightning storm. Okay, so let's put our basic assembler here. All components are put into production, and we need a gyroscope and a remote control block. 2 components cannot be put into production because, as you can see, oh, sorry, oh crap, nope, wrong one. I put in the large grid parts. Okay, so let's cancel that out. The only large grid thing we need is this bad boy. So we got that, and the gyroscope. Click to make that little small grid. Boom. And the remote control block. It's already small grid. Boom. Now, wait. Already put that one in. Boom. Now that should be much more reasonable. Yeah, look at all that stuff. And there was only one large steel tube. The remote control block I could totally make without the help of the assembler. Now some of my grinding here is to lighten the thing a lot, because like I said, these might not be able to get us off the ground. But then again, like I said, I need to reduce the pull of gravity just a skosh because we want these enemy ships to be, you know, we want them to be able to come and do me harm. So I hate talking out of character like this, where, not out of character, but out of scenario, where it's like, we have to manipulate the world so that my scenario functions. Yeah. So, but that's the way it works. Okay, let's put in our remote control block. And Gyroscope there. Remote control block. We will put. Man, I wish I could fly. Okay. Anyway, since we can't reach up there, we'll just drop the remote control block. Right. I wanted to put it farther back so it was protected. There, that'll work. I need steel plate. I have steel plate. No, I need interior plate. First, I need stone. Let's stack these up a little bit. Okay. What do I have in my inventory? Too much. Bloop. Yeah, so if 4 thrusters doesn't prove to be enough to get me off the ground here, then I have to decide if I want to just make more thrusters, because though these small ones are not horribly expensive, they're also not cheap. I need a metal grid per, and since I can't grind out, there's a hydrogen thruster that has, under here, that has metal grid on it, but since I can't, I think I just, yep, I did. Just duplicated my own build queue. Anyway, since I have this dastardly scrap mod on, that I loathe so, I can't use the scrap from there. Sweet. There is our basic assembler. Now let's take our iron, all of it, and make for us one large steel tube. I love that part. It's great. All right. And since we don't really have, get that facing the right direction, well, let's put our gyroscope right there. Wouldn't that be great? There, now we can zap everything. Oh wait. Let's put that one steel tube in there, and then we will capture it for the build queue. Boop. And put it into production. Donk-a-donk. Come on, give us back our water. Okay, so as soon as this is done, we will do a test flight. Give us back our iron. I'm not going to break anything down yet because I think that's the first time we've gotten that alert. Usually it's you're dying because you're hungry, you're thirsty, or whatever. Yeah, anyway, once this current production queue is done, then we will do a test hover. Ooh, look. That's fast. Sweet. We might be done mining in this particular neighborhood. Oops. I think I see another ship crashing over there. Ah, look! We have a possibly flight-capable ship. Okay. So, crap, what's our antenna doing? Ooh, 100 meters. Okay, let's set this to 50 meters. That's actually 100 meters isn't even far enough for anybody to see us, but I'm paranoid. I have ore detector mod on so that it, honestly, the small grid ore detector only goes to 50 meters in vanilla, which is, well golly, the exact same as a handheld, as the base handheld. That doesn't make any sense. I mean any sense. It's a big powered machine. It needs to be able to, scan at a greater distance than the one you can carry around in your pocket. So yes, I put Ore Detector Plus in there, which means that we can see 300 meters with small grid ore detectors and 1,000 meters with the large grid. I think that's totally plausible. Quite reasonable. Okay, food, because we're starving to death. We still need more organic. Why aren't we making organic? Can we make anything else? No. Just all this stuff. Honestly, I have limited experience with daily needs mod, so I honestly don't know what to do to poo more. I'm just gonna have to sit here and starve to death until I just randomly drop a duker in my spacesuit. Great fun, huh? Okay, anyway, let's hop aboard this bad boy. Shift K to go into our remote control menu. Respawn pod. And weird, it's acting like we're stuck to the ground, but anyway, let's set up our groups. Thruster, atmospheric thruster. We will never use this one. So I'll actually probably grind it down and probably dump the materials. Odd thrusters. I'm a bit on the anal retentive side with naming all of my bits and pieces. But for now, while we are just trying to get off the ground, I will deal with the rest of that stuff later. Pod gears. But I put the name of the grid in front. That way they sort themselves based on ship or grid or whatever you choose to call it. In the control panel. See, look. Okay. Battery. Recharge. Groups. Thrusters. On. Landing gear. Now I'm putting the landing gear third and fourth because I will eventually put a connector on there and that's where that goes. And I set up my remote control block the same way as I set up my cockpit because, well, why not? I might need to use it in an emergency and it'll be helpful not to have to reset it up every time. Oh, no, off! Alright, that was fantastic.